Welcome, everybody, to Intensity Broadcasting. My name is Joe Wright. I'm here tonight with the Thunderstruck Super Series Georgia Peach 50 from Lanier Speedway, Brazelton, Georgia, in case you didn't know. That's where we're coming to you from tonight. That being said, we're going to have 125 laps of a feature race here at the 0.32 mile track. Week 10 of the super late model Thunderstruck series on Thursday nights. And as you can see there, that track's a little bit oblong. Turns 3 and 4 a little bit longer than turns 1 and 2. This makes for some interesting racing. The super late models with lots of power. Heard some guys in the practice worrying about how loose their machines were. And we're about 1 minute left in practice, and we'll get some qualifying going for you. And here we go. We're going to get set for qualifying. Having some technical issues here. All these guys qualify. So far, Garrett Kinder to the top of the board with a 13:24. There we go. Got Alex Veith on track. From Rushville, Illinois. Oh, little bit loose off. Just rips it around. Contact yet. There he goes. That'll be it for Alex Veith. So he'll go P5th. Garrett Kinder P1. Sam Wetstein second. Josh Oswald third. Tyler Rice fourth. And Alex Veith around at your field. For tonight, only 5 cars showing up. End of the season. Blues, those guys that didn't make the playoffs, crying about it and staying home, not coming out. That's always fun. Oh, we have a second. Let's plug it. IntensityBroadcasting.com. Go get your swag. Some of these drivers have swag of their own on there. If you're a follower or person who watches all the time, or if you just like some funny shirts, we got the Truck Cars shirts. We got Hunker Moment. I wore that one the other day to the store, and people were looking at me all crazy. Go get you some swag. be at the Glen again this year. I'll be at Talladega, hopefully. If you're at any of those, come check us out. Come hang out. If you are watching or pop in the chat, send me a message. I'm paying attention. I'm actually pretty excited to be back in the booth. Been a while. Talking to myself right now, but I'll tell you what, when these cars go on track, we'll be talking about the action. With only 5 cars, I would imagine we'll still see some pretty darn good racing here at Lanier. And we have a 6th player rolling in late, Jason Lottridge. He may make the field. 2 minutes to grid here, and we'll get these boys rolling. Actually got a little warm-up action, it looks like here. 2-minute warm-up. I'll get a couple laps in there, Veef. Maybe you'll be able to find some speed. 42 machine of Alex Veef. Nice looking little late model. Sam Wetstein in the 98. Ooh, a little blink there from him. Tyler Rice in the 6, gonna warm it up. Oswald just in front of him in that 17 machine. Here comes Jason Lottridge getting his first laps of the night in. After missing practice and qualifying. See what he can do when he jumps into that race. Looking pretty stout so far. Not very loose. That's good news. See how hard he's pushing it. Warm up complete. I believe we'll have a short race here. Oh, we're going to go straight into the feature. 125 laps of action with 6 cars. Your pole sitter is going to be Garrett Kinder. Second outside him be Sam Wetstein. Tyler Rice will roll off 4th with Josh Oswald in that 3rd spot. Alex Veith will be on the inside in 5th, and rounding out your field, that 6th spot, the late bloomer here, Jason Lottridge, sorry. The action will be at the front. Sam Wetstein still having a little bit of issues there with a little blinky blink. See this connection there improves. One more time around they'll go, and we'll get the green flag. From the spotter stand, we'll watch this start. They come off of turn 4 and down the front stretch. Green flag is in the air. We're racing here at Lanier. Kinder out to an early lead. Josh Oswald looks inside of Sam. Sam trying to slide into that third spot. Looks like he'll be able to do that. Ridge kind of falling off the back. Ooh, a little wiggle from Oswald. That's going to open the door for Wetstein. Wetstein looks outside. Nothing there. I'm going to have to get it settle in here. Went to the Hampton Heat this past summer at Langley and watched the Super Lates do their work. And man, I'll tell you what, that was a fun race to watch. A lot of tire strategy throughout the field. Right now the battle's on there for second, third, and fourth. Sam Wetstein having some blinky blink issues. You see Josh Oswald getting right down on that yellow line midway through the corner and tried to roll back to the throttle a little earlier now as he's getting a little more comfortable. He's closed that gap just a little bit to Kinder. Kinder with a much higher entry there and not getting as low. Maybe carrying a little bit more speed through the middle of the corner as well. Tyler Rice is falling off. You can see those two in front of him. That battle for that top spot heating up just a little bit. Starting to see that brake glow a little bit as well from Kinder's machine. As well as the 17 of Oswald. So far, it's all been Garrett Kinder. Oswald closed the gap for a second there, and Kinder recognizing and maybe change that lineup a little bit. Not really. I mean, he's still not getting down on that yellow line, so obviously finding some speed there, carrying it into the corner and rolling through the center of the corner. So doing well in that sense. Tyler Rice third. About 5 car lengths back. 0.6 of a second he's fallen off. Working lap 20 right now. He's still watching there. Alex Veith in that 5th spot, hanging on to it pretty well. Sam Wetstein starting to catch up with Tyler Rice now. But that story here with Oswald and Kinder is Kinder can't get away. It makes you wonder if Garrett's holding back a little bit or if Oswald's just pacing himself. Two drastically different lines as they run nose to tail all the way through the field. About a half second separates the top two. A look back from Kinder's ride. You can really listen to how long he's off the throttle through the middle of the corner. Hitting the rev limiter on entry, letting it roll through the center, and he's off the corner. Going on board with Oswald and see how he's rolling the center. It looks like he's not rolling the center as good as Kinder. Kinder beating him off the corner. Almost identical as it appears in sound. Sam Wetstein closing that gap a little bit. Now he's about the same distance from Tyler Rice as Oswald is from Kinder. Ooh, it looks like Lottridge caught a little bit of the wall. His right front's got some pretty heavy damage to it. Ooh, and as I go to him, he almost loses it. Hangs on to it. Keeps it straight. Looks like Veith has tagged the outside wall a little bit too there with that right front. Heavy. Oh, as he does it again. No. He's off the racing surface right now. Can he get it straight? He does. Tough break there for Alex Veith. He'll go lap down there during that exchange. Veith really struggling with a push there off the corner. You can see him even high through the center of the corner. It's Tyler Rice looking to get by him. Garrett Kinder and Josh Oswald still about a half a second separates the two. They just passed lap 41. So a quarter of the race is through. Alright, a third of the race is through. Oswald closing the gap by about 2/10 in the last 2 laps. Wonder if Garrett Kinder is starting to go away a little bit or a little conservation there. We'll see. Now Oswald closer and closer each time by. See Lotridge in front of him still having some loose issues. Let's go on board with Mr. Oswald. Jason Lotridge going a lap down there. Kinder slinging this thing like a Sunday drive. But Josh Oswald wanting to have something to say about it. See what he can do. The big frig, though, keeps letting him come to and then opens that gap right back up, but back up to about 0.4 of a second now. Tyler Rice, Sam Wetsign, same concept between these two. They've found about the same speed, can't really do anything with each other. Alex V's still having a rough go. Lotridge, we've seen him a little loose. He's he's one lap down, just behind the leaders there. Just in front of our 3rd and 4th place drivers. Back up to almost 0.6 now for Kinder. Kinder finding that rhythm once again. We work lap 60 of 125. Halfway to the home, and it's been all Garrett Kinder so far in that number 13 pink machine. They're actually starting to gap Oswald. He's up to almost 0.8 of a second now. And Wetstein closing the gap to Tyler Rice there. This is the closest they've been all night. Kinder working underneath the lap car of Alex Veith. Alex Veith not wanting to go a second lap down, but he does. Kinder able to clear. Next, Josh Oswald. That's all right, Devin. It's not Josh. That should be broadcast anyways. This is Atman's night. And if you kidnapped him, then he lied to us. Because he was supposed to be working. Talking to Devin Bacino there in the chat. If anybody else in the chat watching, hanging out with me. Oh, Kinder into the wall. Little rubbing on the wall there, Kinder. Josh Oswald starting to bring the pressure again. Oswald looks to the inside. He's there. At the door. Can he make the pass? In fact, does. Kinder's going to give him the bumper. Does him no good, though. Looked like Oswald maybe backed off for a couple of laps, cooled them tires down, and then just started sending it. Tell you what, he got there and he made it happen. He's not using much of the outside of the track. You can see he's not really opening that wheel up to the wall very much. Whereas Kinder's all the way out to the wall and deep into the corner. So, a little strategy there from Oswald. Lap 82 of 125. Upcoming. Oswald passing Lottridge now, putting out Lottridge a second lap down. Derek Kinder still there. Not the kind of guy who goes away quietly. See what he can do. As we have just over 40 laps remaining here. And those are going to click off fast. As Oswald starts to open up that lead, he's up to almost 0.7 of a second. You can see he's really beaten Kinder off the corner. The race for third still on by a little bit. Wetstein not able to actually get to Tyler Rice's bumper yet. I'll tell you what, he's working for it. He's not gone away. We'll see what he can do. Oswald, on the other hand, opened it up to over 1.5 seconds over Kinder. After Kinder led the first 80 or so laps of this race, 75. Oswald just taking care of that machine and finding the speed late. Almost 2 seconds now for Oswald over Kinder. Does Sam Wetstein have anything for Tyler Rice? Otridge still struggling as he racks the wall one more time. Oh, there he is. I thought he might have crashed, but he's just blinking again. That is probably the biggest lead that Tyler Rice has had over Sam Wetstein all race long. That's almost 1 second now. 25 laps to go here from Lanier. Josh Oswald with 18 to go to the finish. 2.5 second lead over Garrett Kinder. Tyler Rice in third, 3.5 seconds back. of Garrett Kinder. So that's almost 6 seconds over third place here for Josh Oswald as he keeps ripping off the laps. Last lap, just for understanding's sake, has only been a fall off of a half of a second throughout the entire run. So 13:42 his best, 13:95 his last. Pretty awesome speed from these guys here at Lanier. And that's pretty consistent throughout the field of fall off. Just about a half second from everybody. Ooh, I heard a wreck. Hotridge hitting the wall, I think, again. Yep, there it is. Another one. Another little love tap. And Josh Oswald bring it home. 11 laps to go. Coming to 10 to go here. 10 more times around and he'll have the crown. You can see just how smooth he is on the wheel through the center of the corner. And that has equaled him to be able to step out from our early leader, Garrett Kinder, over 4 seconds. It's 5 laps to go here from Lanier. Make that 4 laps to go. Barring any huge mistakes by Josh Oswald, this is his race to lose. Garrett Kinder looking pretty secure in that second spot. Tyler Rice has a decent... Oh, as I say that, I see it. Rice closing the gap to Kinder with 3 to go. Can Tyler Rice get to Garrett Kinder? That's the question. 2 to go. Gonna run out of time just by a little bit, I think. Final lap, one more time around for Josh Oswald. There it is as he comes to the line. Checkered flag is in the air. Josh Oswald, your winner. Tyler Rice, I don't think he got him at the line. It was close, though. They put on a little show there at the end. Garrett Kinder coming home second, though. Onto the front stretch, your race winner, Josh Oswald. Congratulations, Josh Oswald on the W. Hey, Tyler Rice, it's Joe in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, what's up, Joe?
Hey, great race tonight. Bringing that machine home third. Almost had a second there at the end. Um, I think Garrett probably got you by about 2 inches.
Yeah, he was kind of screwed around. His tires were burning up pretty bad, and I was catching him anyway. And he wanted to make it interesting there at the end, so that's what we were doing. And he still edged me out right there at the line by about 0.02 of a second, I think it was. But yeah, just try to save tire and be there at the end is my strategy.
Yeah, for sure. Sam Wetstein giving you a little bit of run there early on, but he kind of fell off toward the late stages of the race as well. But overall, a great run from you. Anybody you'd like to thank or give a shout out to here on the broadcast?
Just all the fellows over here at Thunderstruck for putting us on and letting us come over here and do our thing and have a good time short track racing. And I think the Velocity Motorsports and Superior Performance Motorsports, them guys over there for bringing me on and teaching me how to short track race and helping me get better. So big shout out to those guys and anybody that's helped me out and of course my wife for letting me do this. She told me to go try to win it tonight as I walked in here to sit down. So big shout out to her for letting me do this.
You always got to thank the wife. If you forget about the wife, you get in trouble. I know how that one is.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, sure.
well, great job tonight, and we'll catch you again next week.
Yep, appreciate it, Joe, for
Yep.
broadcasting it. Thank you much.
All right, Garrett, you got Joe in the booth. You there?
Yeah, what's up, Joe?
Hey, man. So you led over half the race early on. Did you burn them up?
Yeah, I was getting on throttle a little bit too soon. Me and Oswald were up there. We were talking the whole time, having a good time with it. But yeah, I was jumping on throttle on eggs a little bit too soon and burnt that right front up a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like his line was a little bit different early on. He was tighter to the yellow line, not off the corner as far out toward the wall as you were.
Yeah,
And I think you were just driving in a bit deeper, maybe burnt that right front off. So
yeah, it happens. Still a fun race. Oswald, he's really good in these cars. I was lucky to qualify, get pole out of the deal. So a lot of fun over here. I've only got to run 3 or 4 this season over here in these cars, but it's been a lot of fun.
awesome, awesome. Any shout outs you want to give there real quick before I let you go?
Yeah, thank you for hopping over here and subbing in for Atman. I'm looking forward to go back and watching this one. Green flag racing, not very many cars in the field, but still a good time. Kinder Farm and Ranch and Ratchet Speed Shop, love having them on board since day one. Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers if you want to keep your stuff hot and keep your stuff cold for cheaper than long anybody else. Make sure you check out Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers at bigfrig.com. Ray Page and Andy over at Wolfpack Racing, all my teammates over at Reaper Racing and Poman Motorsports, my short tracking guys at Velocity and Superior Performance Motorsports, Oswald for putting this lead together. Intensity as a whole, y'all have all been real good to us for a long time, and look forward to continuing partnership with y'all.
Heck yeah, man. We enjoy watching you guys get around the track. I wish the car count was a little bit bigger this week, but it's towards the end of the season. It tends to happen here on iRacing. People
It does,
just
unfortunately. It
people
does.
just take a little bit of leave of absence, try to get some time off before the next big season starts. But great job anyhow, and it was good seeing you out there.
All right, Joe. We'll catch you later, buddy.
Take care. Mr. Oswald, you got Joe in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, man, I got you. How are you?
I'm great, man. It was nice watching you guys get after it there. Maybe a little tire strategy, maybe letting Garrett burn his right front off a little bit, huh? Pushing him a little bit.
Yeah. These setups tend to build tight. These custom fix ones we have, especially on the long green run. So I just let him go and tried to conserve it as much as I could, and it definitely paid off. I was able to get around him, then drive away.
Yeah, you definitely drove away from him for sure. And a great win. He led most of the race, and to have the patience to allow the tires to go away from him and finish that thing off, man. I don't know if you've ever watched super late models in real life, but I watched him at Langley here in Virginia, and it is the name of the game. Tire conservation is the name of the game. If you can hang on to him and have him at the end, you're the guy who's going to win the race. So great job to you on that. That was a very realistic version of what we see here in real life. So awesome job. Any shout outs you want to give?
Absolutely. Like, thank you for taking care of the broadcast. Like everybody, at Velocity Motorsports, Superior Performance Motorsports, all the different Thunderstruck admins that helped me keep this going. I mean, it's a shame we had a low car count tonight, but Sarah's invite series race tonight, we had a few guys away from work and not feeling well. So, and it tends to drop off towards the end of the season. I like to see a little more cars, but win's a win. I'll take it. And last but not least, Big Frig Coolers and all my friends and family cheer me on at home.
Awesome. Well, congrats again, and we'll check you again next week.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Later, Josh.
Yeah.
Well, that about wraps it up here from Lanier Speedway in Georgia. Decent race. I mean, a little bit of tire strategy, some realistic versions of what you would actually see in real life in a super late model race. Car count low. However, didn't change the outcome. I think Josh and Kinder, some of the better guys that we see here on these tracks. So awesome job to both those guys out front, and Tyler Rice for coming in third. Without further ado, as Atlee Adman Weiss would say, over and out.